These are my little quilts. We have a mug rug, a patchwork pot holder, and a patchwork coaster. The miter corners are also there. So this shows you no matter what size item you decide to quilt, you can do the miter corners. I call myself being creative with my quilting. I have the red quilting lines. So red thread was used to quilt my mug rug. White thread was used to quilt my patchwork coaster. And blue thread was used to quilt my pot holder. As you see here, my patchwork coaster, I always make them 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So for this, I would have cut 2.5 inch squares, because the finished size for each square, each half square triangle, is 1.5 inches. So there's my patchwork coaster. And again, there are the miter corners. So even on this small patchwork coaster, I did the miter corners, which is very easy to do once you figure out the concept. You can do any size item pretty much as miter corners, with using miter corners or with the miter corners, however you want to say it. So this is the back. So what I do, I machine stitch the binding strip to the front, fold it over, and then hand stitch it to the back using a whipping stitch or whip stitch, as you can see. So this is my 4.5 inch patchwork coaster. Okay, and my next item is my patchwork pot holder. Now I make my pot holders a size of 7.5 inches. So this would be about or approximately a 7.5 inch square. So the finished size of each square is 2.5 inches. So I cut 3.5 inch squares to make this pot holder. Now the key to this pot holder is printed. So you have to make sure that you cut your squares going this way and not this way, or it won't look right when you go to assemble the design out, or the half square triangles out to begin to sew the quilt top. So I have to cut this way, and see, it's printed so America looks exactly like it's supposed to look. It's not upside down, it's side to side. So that means I cut my fabric in the proper or the correct or right direction. Again, those are my mitered corners before my patchwork pot holder. And then this is the back, which you can see. This is the fabric I use for the back. I really like it, so I said, well, let me use this fabric for the back. So my patchwork pot holder has 3 layers of batting. My patchwork coaster has 3 layers of batting, and my mug rug has 2 layers of batting. So one last look. This is my patchwork pot holder. One last look. Patchwork pot holder. These are half square triangles. This is a matching set. So I call myself making a matching set for my little quilts. My little quilts, my patchwork coaster, my patchwork pot holder, and my mug rug. This is my mug rug. Again, you see the half square triangles that I informed you. I cut my squares going in this direction. If I had cut it in the wrong direction, the printed fabric would not look right. So I had to cut 12 squares, and I was only able to use this bottom part for this fabric here. For my red fabric, I cut 6 squares because I can rotate. It's a solid print pretty much, so I was able to rotate that. But for printed fabric, you can't necessarily rotate it in the same way you can a solid fabric, colored fabric, or a solid color. So you have to keep that in mind when you're going to work with half square triangles, because it's nothing like cutting it the wrong way, and then especially if you add a fabric, just to find out that you cut your squares in the wrong direction. Therefore, the design doesn't even look right because you cut the squares wrong. So please keep that in mind. And as I stated, I put 2 layers of batting in this mug rug, so it gives a kind of a, like, you know, the quilting really pops out because it's 2 layers of batting in here. And so this is my back of my mug rug, which is 9 inches down and 12 inches going across. So the finished size of each square is 3 inches. So I cut 4-inch squares to make this half square triangle mug rug. So this is one good look. See the mitered corners, which are so easy to do. Once you master the concept, you will be able to cut any size, pretty much any size item you're working with, as long as it's, you know, 2 inches, 3 inches, or bigger. You should be able to do mitered corners, because it takes that miter, that joint takes place in at least I would say a 2.5 inch space to have enough room to, you know, do what you have to do to join the strips, cut the strips, join the strips, lay them down, all that, sew them together. So this is the back again. This is my 9-inch by 12-inch mug rug. And let's go in closer. See my print, which I really like. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe, comment, share. Watch my other videos. Check it out.